Hello everyone, my name is Jack Grayle, and I'm the author of The Hekatean, which is a grimoire released earlier this year to celebrate that most mysterious of goddesses and mightiest of titans, Hekate. And I wanted to invite you to join me on October 28th. I'm going to be starting an online class offered through the Blackthorne School called Hail Hekate, Walking the Forked Path. And this class actually is not going to be a review of my book. My book is a personal grimoire about a personal journey and a self-initiation system into the mysteries of Hekate, and it stands on its own. This class is going to be a careful, in-depth look of the actual sorcerous technologies and techniques used by real working magicians in ancient Greece and Roman Egypt in late antiquity to summon, invoke, and harness the power and the favor of Hekate. So, in the course of this class, we're going to be looking at actual source material dating back 2,000 years that actually describes the path that sorcerers would take when they wanted to create a pure space, when they wanted to call upon a god, when they wanted to assume what I call the god face, and when they wanted to use the technologies of compulsion to make sure that the gods listened to them and help them work their will. The first third of the class is going to be spent looking at these ancient systems and explaining in detail how they were used then and how they can be used now. The second part of the class will be looking at necromancy in the ancient world, and we'll be looking at curse tablets and the Greek magical papyri and the literature of the day to identify what exact techniques and technologies, again, were used by necromancers to call upon a restless spirit through the agency of a spirit ally in order to work their will, and we'll be getting our hands dirty with some actual necromancy as well. And in the final third of the class, we'll be approaching the mystic Chaldean oracles. And to fully appreciate these beautiful oracular pronouncements which concern Hekate in her form as creatrix, as in solar of the world, we'll be looking at the context of Neoplatonic thought, starting all the way back, looking at Plato's writing about Socrates, looking at the writings of Proclus, Iamblichus, to identify what makes the Chaldean oracles special and what do they have to offer the practitioner today, and how to experience and practice that beautiful theurgy that was written of by Iamblichus, who was deeply influenced by the Chaldean oracles themselves. So this class is going to last about 15 weeks. It's going to result in a combination of 49 videos, which I'll be releasing and which can be listened to and watched at any time. And it will also consist of plenty of source documents, actual materials taken from real sorcerers of the day and writers and playwrights and practitioners, apologists, and philosophers, so you can get first-hand knowledge of how magic was practiced 2,000 years ago. There will also be multiple conference calls where we can talk interpersonally and get to know each other and discuss the class material. And finally, there will, of course, be an online closed group through social media where we can interact, network, and you can meet other practitioners like yourselves. Because the threshold for this class is meant to be a relatively high standard. We're looking for people who already consider themselves intermediate or advanced practitioners, who have already started a devotional practice to Hekate, and who are familiar with the various praxes of consecrations and magic. So if you're intrigued, and if that sounds like you, and if this sounds like something you'd be interested in, please join us. Contact the Blackthorne School either on social media or through their website, and sign up for Hail Hekate, Walking the Forked Path. It's going to be a wonderful journey, and I can promise you that the people involved in this will be, bar none, some of the most interesting and advanced practitioners working today. We offered the class in the spring. It was a marvelous experience. We're offering it again. And I truly look forward to meeting with you and working with you and celebrating, again, Hekate, that most mysterious of goddesses and that most powerful of titans. So I hope to see you there.